All right, guys, what's up? Another update on the truck. As you can see, that has not got a motor on it. So, finally got the motor dropped back in. Um, she fires right up. I would start her up, but I got a little bit of exhaust leak, so I got to fix that. Went with the DuraSpark distributor, which is a vacuum actuated advanced distributor, instead of the electronic that ran off of the computer. And it runs off of this little module here that bolted right into where the factory coil was. So that was cool. I didn't have to drill any more holes. Running some, I think it's a Borg Warner coil. So she fires right up. She's good and running. A few little tweaks on the electronics that I got to figure out. Here's my wiring nightmare that is no longer being used. I've got to do some work on the transmission. All this wiring here, I got to transfer that over into a vacuum actuated torque converter to where it will engage and disengage. Yeah, she's looking pretty good. I think she come out great. She's all nice and clean up under the hood. I got rid of my smog pump that was way down here, so that's already gone. New belt on there. Yeah, so she's coming along nice. I'll do a startup video on it once I get that exhaust leak fixed. But if y'all are wanting any information of what I did to this truck and all the part numbers and everything, I'll sit down later on and I'll get all that wrote up for a description in this truck. This is a 1985 Ford Ranger with the 2.8 liter in it. It's got the comp cam double spring cop valve springs. I just did some regular push rods. It's got the comp lifters. I wanted to go with the comp lifters just in case there was a difference in metal. I didn't want that to be a factor of it coming apart. This isn't a race truck because I never did build the bottom end. I only did the comp cam just for a good sound. Plus, I thought my other cam had a worn lobe, so I went ahead and just ordered it before I tore the motor down, which was I didn't need to do. So the noise that I heard in the top end of the truck, or the motor I should say, was, I'm thinking, my smog pump, because my smog pump was making, it ran to both sides of the exhaust manifolds and down to the exhaust past where the collector came in at that flange. It ran into there, but with it running on both sides of the exhaust manifolds, it was making a loud growling on the left side of the motor if you're facing the truck. And that's what made me think it was a lobe on the cam that made that noise. Come to find out, the tube that runs from one side of the manifold to the other side of the manifold was cracked all the way around it. So I removed that, had it welded up on the back side. Then I had that tube that ran down to the back side of the exhaust, had that welded up. Just a little 6-inch of it. I cut it, squished it together, and had it welded up. So I got all that done. So now all vacuum lines on the motor. As you know, you had, and did the EGR delete plate. That's just a plate that I made. So EGR is no longer there. Smog isn't there. EVAP system running 2 that was here. Y'all like my redneck catch can? Got a few water leaks I got to fix too. Got all of that taken care of and pulled out of the truck. So having all of that out, for one, it takes a load off the motor. So I mean, this cam does feel like it gives it a little bit more of an oomph in the motor. I wouldn't say it turns it into a race motor. It's just a 2.8. Does sound good though. And for the vacuum actuated, that right there is controlling my spark advance. Sorry if I'm sniffling. I'm a little sick right now. Whenever you do the DuraSpark, from what I can tell, your voltage regulator still works. So I'm hoping it's all ran into here. All of this should be headlight. And basically this here runs all of your gauges, like your water temperature sensor, your oil pressure sending units, runs over to your alternator. So you've only got 4 wires here that you have to kind of reroute. I just put it all in this loom to make it look nice. And then you just run 3 wires over to your new distributor, and that's off of this. So there's your DuraSpark. You completely remove all of this, and you clip this one big wire here that's supposed to be connected over here, and all of this hits the floor. So by deleting the computer, now you've got to turn the transmission into vacuum actuated torque converter. So now I got to run those wires today. So yeah, this is my 85 Ford Ranger. Still got to get painted, but I mean, not a bad truck for picking up for $800, running and driving. And then interior, it's pretty clean. It's a pretty clean interior. I got to just replace this window seal here, get another one of them in. I'm gonna do my door panels. I'm gonna redo my seat. Order that from LMC. That way I get the factory color. Or I was sitting in my wife's Scion XB today, and I was like, the seat and center console will fit in my truck. I might go that route. And then headliner. It needs a headliner. As you can see, the factory one was messed up, so I went ahead and cut it out. I'm tired of this stuff floating around in my eyes while I'm driving. And if anybody knows out there, where can I get some factory air vents? I can't find them. And if somebody wants me to buy a whole truck just to get the air vents out, and I'm not buying a whole truck, which I could and then sell it, but I don't feel like it, and I ain't got time. So yeah, the interior is pretty clean. I'm gonna do a new vinyl flooring in it. This one's a little old and crunchy, so all of that's gonna come off of LMC once I get the this motor work done. I'm kind of strapped on money on that. It's got the MagnaFlow exhaust on it. I just did a nice little chrome tip. Factory bumpers, I can't believe they're in this good of a shape. I just took the black pieces off that went here and wrapped around because it was like all like screwed up. So she is really clean. What I liked about her and what really sold the truck was it's that easy. So the body's really, really straight. So yeah, if y'all want any updates on parts or where I got everything, finding this DuraSpark stuff, man, you're searching a lot to find this DuraSpark stuff. I think I went to like 4 different parts stores. So that was a lot to try to find all of that. Let's see here, what else did I do to the truck? I haven't really done much other than motor work and top end because I thought that my cam was wore out, but it wasn't. But hey, I got a cool cam in there, and I can say that I built the top end of the motor. So I guess that's pretty cool. It's the most work I've ever done to a motor over stock. I've always rebuilt motors, but I've never done anything over stock. So it was a pretty cool experience for me to be able to do that. Gonna put, still, once I get the interior done, I get moved. I'll do a set of wheels and tires. I'm looking at doing, really don't know yet. I know I'm gonna keep it with the chrome. But what do you guys think? Should I lower the truck or just keep it factory? I mean, it's pretty well leveled now. I could probably do the rough country leveling kit and raise it up 1.5 inches in the front. Let's see here if I can't get a good shot. Well, dang on poles, man. If I was outside, this would be easy. Good shot of that. Try to level it, or should I lower it? I don't really, all I use this truck for is daily driver and to haul my dirt bike. So what do you guys think? Oh, and another question. Leave it in the comments. Should I do an American flag headliner? Y'all let me know. But yeah, if y'all want some information on the more parts that I put into this truck, be more than happy to list them.